Good morning, exiles. Welcome back to the downside. November Bravo here. So last time we gained a new party member in Pamitha, the Winged Harp. Met our mysterious benefactor, Volfred Sandalwood. After defeating the Chastity, we now make our way to the temple at the roof of the world under Solium, the Golden Star, so named for the fallen Emperor Solium Mur. So, onward to Mount Alodiel as we dive back into the world of Pyre. No conversations waiting for us in the wagon this time, so just time to move on. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Alright, so our only route is up through the Sklorian shore. Volfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods into the north. Time to roll on. Getting colder. I wonder if we're going to encounter anybody else on our way up. I don't think we do, but I honestly can't remember. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Alodiel. You'll have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. Oh wow, we've got a lot of options here. Okay. Let's see what our choices are. So freedom can mean doing what you want, being able to make decisions on your own terms, achieving inner peace, having a clear conscience and a carefree heart, having no master, no answering to no one's will other than your own, going where you please, being able to go where the heart yearns without restriction and without fear, to feel true love, not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed, living without fear, living life without concern for others' judgment or approval, or nothing at all. Another empty goal to chase to give one's life a false sense of meaning, or we can remain silent. Freedom means being not forced into responding to such questions. I feel... Let's get sentimental with it. Feel true love. You tell Volfred that freedom is to experience pure, requited love, a state of deep emotional honesty and fulfillment. If you love someone and they love you back, nothing else matters. Oh, isn't that nice? He considers your remarks for a short while. A romantic, are we, my boy? An interesting interpretation. And I'll grant you that when one is spurred by love, one tends to feel unbound by other forces typically at play. Nevertheless, the love that you describe does not supplant basic necessities, and may be unable to take root in certain circumstances. The love that you describe might well wither on the vine in such a place as this. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. you could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would be complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each one of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan then is this: we free each other from the downside through the rights, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. Spiral Sanctum, the burned-down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. You're plotting a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom? You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together you can bring it about both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. Alright, once again, we've only got the one option through Mirror Pass. Volfred indicates that this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Alodiel. Well, I guess that's what we should do then. Beyond lies Mount Alodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Alright, let's see what's up in the wagon first. Aha. Okay, let's see if Sandra's got anything for us. There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service? How very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen, for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch. Living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you, or just cripple you for life. Sisters of the Arch, an ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. All the sisters needed was a name and a sum of 500 soul up front. Soul is the currency, in case you forgot. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? But I have not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. Did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. Oh, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, what say we get back to business here? Take care of yourself, then. I forgot she was blind, but that's why she's always got her eyes closed. Get drunk and poke the drive imps. Alright, let's see what Volfred wants. There you are, my boy. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Volfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you. And then... Volfred Sandalwood. He is a long-standing exile of the Nightwings, who seeks more than his own freedom. You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends. And that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves at the Thentauric, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passages in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites first-hand shall walk the path toward enlightenment, and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in inadequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure that you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams... Excuse me, yawning. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome, but this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? Volfred indicates that readers such as you cannot go free through the rites. So we can say we understand there is more at stake here than your freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there is a way. Say you do not care. You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered, or say nothing. If Wolfred really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject, he knows where to find them. I think it's pretty clear. He was upfront with us about it, and, there's no two ways about it. You understand the words of warning, yet just the same you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my boy. Then very well. Know that we have much at stake here in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into that Commonwealth which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around, then. We'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. And discuss the plan. Wolfred wishes to continue speaking with the group. Earlier, Wolfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Oh dear. Wait, what are you saying? What I am saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back, one by one. Or not at all. But I swore that we'd go free. Together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Alodiel there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through the Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if he did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium, and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Temperors, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Oh crap, I forgot an entry on the previous page. Okay. Fall of Solium, one of the downside celestial landmarks. The temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. The Tempers, a mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival of the Nightwings, as Wolfred says, led by the demon Ignarius, and Ignarius himself. He's the notorious demon leader, one of the most feared triumvirates in the rites. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirates prevails, there somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever? And freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So, then, that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes. That's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed, for us that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Volfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Alodiel. Yay, vocations! Alright, let's see. Actually, tell you what, before we commit, let's check the wagon and see who's where in terms of leveling up. Okay, so Headwind, I'm thinking no. Jody, we could level up. Ruki, no. Ray, no. Tizo, no. Gilman, yes. Pamathan, no. Okay, so we've got either Gilman or Jody. I'm thinking it's high time that Jody got another level up, after all. She's been waiting for quite a while. Let's have a sip of that moonshine before we head on out. Okay. So let's mentor Jody. Very well. Excuse me. Very well. For there is much to learn. Your knowledge of that book is vital to us all. You and Jodariel go over her understanding of her aura, and its connection to her presence both physical and spiritual. The discussion proves informative. Aura. An exile's wrongdoings manifest during the rites as an aura. Contact with the opposing exile's aura banishes the trespasser from this plane. That's kind of cool. So you literally cast your sin as like a physical blast of energy that knocks a member of the opposing triumvirate out of commission. Alrighty. Private lesson leads to a level up. Focus, training, prowess. The path towards survival on the blood border. These rites make similar demands of us. Blood border. That's ominous. The northern edge of the Commonwealth is a flat and vulnerable expanse. The high-wing remnants seized upon it at every opportunity, from the cover of clouds or darkness. Alright, so we were going down the Sins of the Fallen Emperor tree. Our first talent, or skill, or whatever they're called, mastery, I guess, was Long Stride. So basically just gave her like a double dash, which has nothing to do with Mario Kart. Let's see, so do we want to give her a AoE stun when she lands from a jump, or dealing additional damage after saluting? Out of curiosity... Ooh. That's good too. Now, I think we're going to do the AoE stun. Crushing Heal. A wayward glance or passing whim was cause enough for condemnation by the Emperor Myrrh. It seems our past experience becomes plainly visible when our auras are revealed. Alright, time to mosey onwards. North to Mount Alodiel. Volfred states that your ascent of Mount Alodiel shall begin here. I do so love a good ascent. This is the prettiest area in the game, and that's saying something. After all, this is a Supergiant game, so by default it is one of the most aesthetically pleasing things out there. At least in the gaming world. Here before you lies Mount Alodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy, who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom, and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking two trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts. Gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So, then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are impostors in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Is that really a question? Continue listening to Volfred. Yes, this is important. Your fellow exile's freedom seems to hinge on Volfred's plan. You ought to consider his every word. Or, no, that's quite enough. Soon you have another right to conduct. Best to focus on matters close at hand. Is this not a matter close at hand? We're literally talking about it right now. Yeah, it is important. It's very important. It's most important. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know. Why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? It's different. Something different about this rite. Liberation rite. On a blooded moon at the fall of Solium, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion then shall plunge into the Shimmer Pool and return in glory. So says the Book of Rites. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is, quite literally true. When the Eight created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on, or passed on. You've met them today. You've met them as they are today. The accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. So we know the withdrawn already, though the bog-dwelling witches. The accusers we also know already, although we didn't get the this particular tidbit of info. A vindictive triumvirate that conducted many liberation rites in the past, but seldom prevailed, led by the nomad Lendl the Liar. If you guys remember back from, I can't remember if it was episode 1 or not. Might have been episode 2. The first triumvirate we faced in the gold robes. Anyways, the Eight Scribes also formed a special group against which all others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position, for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common rite, then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still, the other triumvirates pressed on with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Alright, so we got two choices here. We've got Emperor's Ascent, which Ray wants us to take. a gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Alodiel. Ray believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here, or Emperor's Fall. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Alodiel's nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. I think we're good on long-lost valuables for right now, so let's follow Ray. I feel like we could do with a blessing. God, I just cannot get over how beautiful this area is. And there it is. The sublime beauty of Mount Alodiel, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Ray has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is. Don't you? Tizo seems not to share Ray's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. Oh, poor Tizo. You've been here before, Tizo. Isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry? Wait. Is that... Something about her changes then. Wait, look, but... Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Ray rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was! I know it was! They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome. That we're welcome here. Ray runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. Yay! +2 hope. I love that things like hope are quantifiable in this world. It's like you wake up in the morning before you take your antidepressants and you're like, I'm not feeling so great. And you know, pop a Prozac or whatever, and it's like, yay, +3, hope. Alright, onwards and upwards. Let's see, so we can take the Temple High Road, following Headwind's advice, expresses a passing whim to see the view from here, or go down through the cistern. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters. I'm thinking Headwind's got the right idea. Let's check out the view. After all, he does have seniority. Oh my god, how did I never notice the symbols for the triumvirates are, like, in the background of the sky here? Like, there's the Nightwings and, the Withdrawn, something else. Can't remember which this one is. Chastity, maybe? Or the other purple guys. You and Headwind walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, that. It's just... I've just been giving lots of thought to everything that Volfred's told us. In another couple days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or... I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We earn our way back, one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might all be a part of Volfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you. And even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Volfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. Won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rites, be stuck down here together, just like this. The two of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Hedwyn turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Hedwyn feels more prepared for the next rite. Well, all there is to do now is hope likewise for the best. Oh, you got some enlightenment. That's cool. And so at last, we come to the summit. Solium's Fall. Oh good, we got another crack at the Scribe's Gate tooltip. You and your companions gather at the Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Scribe's Gate. It is said the scribes themselves keep watch over Scribe's Gate. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Excuse me, we? Out of all of us, you're the only one who's not been participating in the rites so far. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Oh, and I guess Tariq as well, but he has an excuse. He has a job. What's your job? Green lipstick wearing guy? Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. Celeste, the gate guardian. She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the rites. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then, let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now, each of you, in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Ray, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Screek. Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwings' legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion, at your service! This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it At a certain point. Pamitha Thane. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then, as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You! I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you. I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand, shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. State who you are to traverse the Scribe's Gates. Alright, so we've got our 4 options. We can say we are a crippled scholar. Excuse me, just a crippled scholar. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. You're just an old farmhand. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. You're just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the Highwing remnants afflicted you since birth. Or you do not know who you are. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. Well, Volfred calls us boy, so I don't think old farmhand. I'm not really feeling old. And most of our responses have been fairly optimistic, so war orphan, which I think would lead someone to be fairly jaded, would probably take us, sort of point us away from that. So I'm thinking scholar. You've always sought to understand the world around you. That knowledge proved dangerous in the Commonwealth, but now it has brought you to this point. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. State also what you truly seek. So our options are, you want true freedom, you wish to return to the Commonwealth and to live out your days there, doing as you please. You want to help your friends. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. You want revenge. The Commonwealth, which cast you down into the downside, cannot be forgiven. Or you want to see what happens, just for the hell of it. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. Again, I think we're going to go with a sort of optimistic, kind of friendly character. So we want to help our friends. The companions you've met here who helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside, your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq. Aye, Celeste. Be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. Alright, in we go. Time to face down the time to face down Ignarius and his cronies. From the top of Mount Alodiel, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Alright, so we have a conversation, and I assume we'll want to check in with Falcon Ron. Let's see who wants to talk first. It's Jody. Oh, and we got a new page. And a new, keepsake. River frost, so cold it can burn the skin, but it keeps the wagon cool, and food fresher, longer. Oh, so it's like an air conditioning. Magic air conditioning. Interesting. Poke, poke. What's Jody want? Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever it is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as yet. Complained about it chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Ruki. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Oh, crap, sorry. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well? It's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me a while now. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No. Not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there on the other side to make it so the rest of us can get back, too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Jodariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Oh, they each gain +1 hope. All there is now is to steel ourselves in turn. We've also got a new page, but I'm going to save that for later. So let's check in with Ron. See what he's... Psst! Hey guys, just so you're all aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, alright. You're here because I got the lowest prices in the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock. You're gonna get a lot of value there. An awful lot. More Stardust and a Scribe Snuff. Okay, so this is a respec talisman. 5, 16. 30. So it's gonna cost us 51. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and boost up a talisman by a significant amount. See how much we can get this up. See what level is it at? 11? Okay. So plus 3, plus 2, plus 1. Alright, plus 6 quickness. That's a nice significant boost, and it's still got 3 levels to go. Not bad. Okay. Let's move it along then. Pleasure was all mine, and Dad's, you guys. Alright. Let us commence the right. Alright, let's commence the right. Radio. Is everyone prepared, Edwin? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers and the Rights this night. What happens if we fail? Edwin, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity, and make the most of it. Tonight our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance, and seize upon our future chances, just as they arise. The plan. Volfred's ambitious plot to spark a revolution in the Commonwealth as peacefully as possible. The plan's current probability of success, 17%. Wow, and that's without even sending anybody up. We shall stand... Oh, excuse me. Quote's actually from Volfred there. We shall stand together, shoulder to shoulder, as the scribes themselves once stood. So, look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. I love this music. It's so good. Everything about this game is so good. Alright, Tempers, bring it on.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation right. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries. The Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already. But look at what we got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you. He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages. Not these damned robes. Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asked. Satisfied. Whoa. You must be new. Jodariel soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is, I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now come on! Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Ew, tough guy. Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The lone minstrel gets your attention in his subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision. Alright, so let's see who our choices are. So we can choose either Jody, Ruki, or Tizo. So previously I've always sent Headwind up first, which always seemed to kind of surprise him, because he was always all like, wait, but I thought we were going to do everything together. Why are you sending me away? Oh no, I love you. Come back. First time I sent Jody up first, and I really missed having her around. There's no way I'm letting go of Tizo. Nope. You're staying with me as long as possible. I'm thinking Ruki. He misses his mama. She probably needs him. Yeah. Ruki's the one. Okay. So let's grab our talismans and decide who we want supporting Ruki. Oh, right, I need to equip him with a talisman. Let's see. Jody. Okay, so now that this grants +6 quickness, I think we're going to give that to Jody. And Ruki, since he's going to be our front runner, let's give him... Yeah, let's give him some bonus damage. Excellent choice, chum. Now let's get me out of here. Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well. Then under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Ruki Greentail shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignarius shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate to strive alongside Rookie Greentail and see to his return in glory.
Who shall stand with him?
Alright, who is going to back up Rookie the best? Let's check out who they've got. Okay, so we know they've got a demon. They've got a worm, and they've got a bog witch. But nobody flying. Tell you what, let's check out their bios real quick. If you wanna. So there's Ignarius' bio. And just in case I haven't done this yet, I can't remember if I've shown these before or not. The teammates always, with like one or two exceptions, always just say all you know of them for certain is that he or she serves the Templars, or whatever the triumvirate is. Okay. So we need. Let's grab. Yeah, let's grab Tizo. Give him some hope to come back quickly.
Tizo.
Get that nice big aura. Tizo is more than willing to throw all his support behind Rookie this night. Oh, look at him, he's so happy. And I think it's only fair that since we've got Rookie there, we should also have Headwind. Sounds good. Now, let's bring Rookie home. Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, Reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then, let us all begin. Alright, and I'm going to keep mostly quiet during this, just so you guys can listen, because the song is awesome. Nightwings. Been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
Commence.
Nothing Nightwings skip out on us for years and years, then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once. But now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it. I used to be the best. At this at least. But now, the pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Moira. I doubt you'd even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings. Let's see you keep this up. It's all for you, bud.
And there it is, at last. The Nightwings proved their worth.
That's how
An
we do.
outcome which left little room for doubt.
Good job, guys.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
What a joke. We shoulda had this. You shoulda had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it! Nightwings. Be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. So I love how the statue of the relevant scribe kind of rises up in the background. So, what now? I guess I'm just supposed to jump into this waterfall thing back here, and then that's it. Home free. Home free. Something comes over him then. Now listen to me, chums. Don't any of you go thinking you're gonna miss me, yeah? You're gonna do just fine, even without old Rookie Greentail there to keep an eye out all the time, even though the rest of you are just a bunch of slowpokes and all that. Rookie has regained his freedom. Me, I'm gonna be so busy drinking myself silly on Commonwealth stock, I'm sure I'm soon gonna forget each and every one of you. But just in case I don't, you be sure and stop by and visit me if you get back there too. Just look for Mama Greentail's shop, right in the heart of town. Can't miss it. The Greentail family. Well-to-do Kerr family tied to the Commonwealth's thriving mercantile industry. So yeah, stop by, say hi, you know. Now, I think I gotta go. So, excuse me. He drops into the shimmer pool and disappears within, although you can still hear him going on about something. Shimmer pool, a seldom seen celestial phenomenon linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus, beneath a blooded moon, the Sclorian waters rise for but a moment, only to fall again. Whoa, let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting. Oh, wait. Rookie earned back his freedom. Rookie is set to return to the Commonwealth and leave the downside forever. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Oh, Rookie. What a guy. He'll be missed. Especially since he was quite the speedster. In any case, no one leveled up. Time to be moving on.
Until the rites begin anew.
After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I miss him already. It is quieter now, but we'll see Ruki again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations. While we're here, what about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, reader, go. See for yourself. The night sky over Mount Alodiel is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Ruki as you look toward the heavens. You gaze into the darkness of night. Well, let's see where we're going next. Never a moment's rest. Or so it would seem. You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn. And when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Alright, guys. Once again, my voice is starting to go, so I'm going to cut it off here. Thanks for sticking with me through this first Liberation Rite, I should say. And, yeah, next time we'll see what happens when the cycle of rites starts over for the second time. For now, this is November Bravo. Over and out.